It's live.
So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I hope we are all doing fine. My name is Zippy the nurse on YouTube, but my name is Zipora Gichohi. I'm a nurse by profession. I've been a nurse, and I keep on repeating this because every day we get new subscribers. So, if this is your first time coming across this channel, I'm a nurse by profession who's been practicing in Kenya for some time, but recently moved to North Carolina, which is based in USA. And I'm happy to be bringing you beautiful faces on your screens, giving us advices on how to navigate this journey. And with me today on your screen is Lillian from Kenya to Montana, USA. She'll be telling us what she does in Montana, a very cold state, but you can see her glowing. She will be giving us her journey, how she started, why does she call herself Lillian from Kenya to Montana, how is life in Montana. And without wasting so much of your time, guys, let me say thank you so much for being loyal to our family. We have people who have come from Lillian's side, and we have people who come from my side, and we meet on TikTok and have a very beautiful conversation. So we decided, why not meet here and talk to you, both of you. So Lillian, mambo?
Fiti sana, ni aje Zippy?
Poa
Zippy
sana.
the nurse.
So kindly tell people who you are. Maybe there are some people who don't know you and they would want to know, who is this pretty
Sure.
face? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Zippy, thank you for having me today. I know we've been thinking of this meeting on this StreamYard, but imekuwa very impossible because of different dynamics. But yeah, my name is Lillian Kandega. My YouTube name is Lillian from Kenya to Montana, USA. Basically, it explains I'm from Kenya and I moved to Montana. Yeah.
Wow. So tell us, you moved from Kenya to Montana, which is based in USA. Why did you move from Kenya? Kenya is a beautiful country. And who are
Oh,
you? Are you a mother? Are you a nurse? Are you a doctor? Like, tell us. For those people who don't know you, they're seeing you for the first time. Kindly give us a brief introduction.
oh yeah. Sorry. I'm a mother. A proud mother of 3. I'm married to one husband. I am a nurse. I've been a nurse for around, should be 12, 13 years now. And I came from Kenya looking for greener pastures because, yeah, just looking for life. Yeah.
So, did you come through an agency maybe, or you came through? Can you tell us? Maybe there's somebody who is watching this for the first time. Maybe they've just graduated from their nursing school. They don't know how people move to USA. They've never heard of these. And we shall mention something later. And I saw you campaigning against that. We shall mention that later. So, tell us, did you come through an agency, self sponsored? And what are these agencies and stuff? Maybe you can talk about that.
Yeah, as a nurse, you are in Kenya or in Africa, you're in Jamaica, anywhere in the world. From diploma, the level of diploma as a nurse, you're already an RN. So if you are in Kenya and you have diploma, degree, master's, PhD, and whatever, the minimum qualification is a diploma. So I'm a nurse and I came through an agency to here. There are two different ways you can use. You can self-sponsor yourself and arrive here, or you can use agencies. There are so many. They can recruit you and make your dream come true. So I use an agency. I use Avant Healthcare Professionals.
Wow, congratulations for having met your dream finally, landing
Thank
to
you.
America. They say it's a land of manna, a land of many sweet things. Have you experienced the manna that they say?
Is a man of opportunities.
So we have opportunities. You can attest to
There
that.
are opportunities.
All
It's
right.
not like manna and honey and whatever. It's just opportunities.
Wow. So you have to work.
You have to work. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Now, when it comes to agencies, just in the recent past, there is a TikTok video that was going around, and somebody was telling us that they can train nurses on job training and then become USRNs, and then maybe like they will bring them here because they are in collaboration with, is it collaboration with an agency in America? Would you like maybe try to talk about the legit agencies that we know that have brought nurses to America? Out of your experience, because I saw you campaigning against those people who are lying.
Yeah, Zipporah, from being a nurse earning around 50,000 in Kenya, and you want to make your dream come true, I wouldn't want to see someone being conned with information like you are coming to be trained on job. There's nothing like being trained on job. You're already a nurse, you're already qualified. It's just doing the NCLEX and then you come and work. Nobody's coming. There's no hospital in America that will employ you and train you on job. That was a lie from that lady. And I felt it like, being conned, you're earning 50K, and then someone coming to con you like 300,000 Kenya shillings. That's you're ni pesa mob. So I
Yeah,
wouldn't
that's a
want
lot of money.
anybody being conned. And we have this thing, information is all over the social media. Those agencies are all over. You go Facebook, you go Instagram, you go Google, everywhere. In TikTok, those agencies are there that are recruiting nurses.
Do you have maybe like a second of mentioning the ones that you know that are legit? Like me, I came with MedPro and I tell people it's a legit company. You came through Avant, maybe you can mention, because you see they normally say Zippy is telling us about MedPro. Kwani hakuna agencies zingine? Maybe you can talk about the agencies that you know.
Yeah, there are several agencies. Like you said, you came with MedPro. I came with Avant Healthcare Professionals. We have O'Grady, Payton. We have staffing. I will refer to my book here. There
Yeah,
are
it's fine.
Shearwater, Passport, Adavia. The latest one is Infinity Care. So there are several. You have choices. There are some I've not mentioned here, but
Yeah,
you have
sure.
choices to choose from. Yeah.
So Lillian, you've mentioned, sorry, maybe I'm taking you in a
No,
speeding.
you're fine.
Okay, you've mentioned that in Kenya nurses are paid 50,000, and some are even paid less than 50,000. I normally tell people when I started working as a nurse in 2009, I started with a salary of 8,000 actually. 8,000, you're a breadwinner, you've just graduated, you're so excited, and that's the reality. It's a reality that's on the ground. People are not paid well. People were not paid well by then, and right now there is no job. Like there are some people who are tamaking every now and then and they're telling us that there are no jobs. Is it true? Have you met across those people saying hakuna job Kenya, and what advice would you give them, especially in this era of migrating to US, Canada, Australia? What word do you have for them?
Yeah, from our TikTok, we always hold TikTok lives at least 2 or 3 in a week. And we've had people coming up and saying they've been tamaking for 2 years, 1 year. We've had nurses, they are graduate and then they have stayed at home for 2 years. There's someone who told me that he's been volunteering somewhere in one of the government hospitals for 2 years. He's not paid even a penny. And for 2 years, then I made a clip that we should stop this thing of volunteering. As a nurse, you are a graduate, you are a registered nurse. This thing that I've started like volunteering, we need to stop that because there are opportunities outside Kenya. We should not fear going outside Kenya. It's not only USA that you are looking for to go to make your life. You can do it anywhere else. There are so many opportunities out there. We've had some ladies come in and talk of Middle East. If I was in Kenya, instead of volunteering for 2 years, I will go there. I'll go there, get some money, and move to another country that I want, the UK. There are so many places.
Yeah. So would I be right to say we should think beyond, is it called thinking outside the box? Because people normally say that the journey or the path to USA normally takes time. So if you feel like those people who are ahead of you have taken, like, for example, my journey took 4 years, yours is different, took less time. But if you find if you come across a YouTube channel like Zippy talking about her journey, which was 4 years, you may feel demotivated, like, then afadhali nifanye kuvolunteer hapa, maybe at the end of the day they'll absorb me and give me a job because it's a government hospital. But instead of that, would I be right to say if you have a chance, go to Middle East, go to UK and process your papers from that side and come this side? Would I be right to say so?
Yeah, that's very correct, ZP.
Yeah.
For
All
both.
right. Now let's come to USA. You landed in America, a land of opportunity. And are you still with your agency? Because people say that when you land here, toka haraka uende ukajisaidie. Are you still with your agency?
Yeah, fortunately or unfortunately, my agency is still my employer. Yeah, and I didn't have any reason to leave them. Yeah. But you
Wow.
can, there is a clause in your contract that says you can leave them, and they will calculate for you your bills. You will pay them. You can you'll sit down and discuss with them to give you a payment method, like you can pay in bits. You don't have to pay everything. So if you come with an agency, you can either leave or stay with them. Nobody forces you to stay with them.
And then again, if there is a clause that says you can leave, that means it's not an illegal thing that you're doing, as
It's
long as
not
you know you're going
illegal.
to pay
Yeah,
back the
it's not
money.
illegal. You can
But
leave.
but if you're comfortable with them, well and good, finish your
Mhm.
contract and then stop whining and complaining that oh
Yeah,
agencies and stuff. Just
yeah,
move, pay them back, and have a
move.
good life. So
Yeah.
Lillian, I want you to talk to a nurse who is out there stranded because their spouse maybe is a nurse and they've not done the NCLEX or they have not maybe verified their documents and they're about to come. Like, due to one reason or another, they started the journey, but then again, their spouse didn't take up the job because they didn't do the NCLEX because of finances. It takes a lot of time. So they're already here, like they have few months or they have few days to come. So where are they going to start their life? Maybe
Okay.
you have an idea.
Yeah. From experience, my husband did not is a nurse. He was my classmate. We graduated together, and he's a nurse. He is a nurse. So he didn't do NCLEX from Kenya. He did not process anything from Kenya, which I will discourage people from doing that. What I would say, try process your papers, do say CGFNS thing, verification from Kenya. If you are able to do NCLEX, do it from Kenya, have your license, and then come with it here. So when let's say this person is like me and my husband, you're coming and you've not done anything. So you come and use people at home to verify your documents. Do you have to send those papers, the downloaded forms? You need to download the CGFNS forms, sign them, then you send home someone to take to those schools, of which this is something that you would have done while still in Kenya. So when you come here, you'll start the process again, and then the NCLEX centers are all over. Yeah, you'll just book as normal, go and do the NCLEX. When you pass, you get your results, start looking for job. You can do it online or you can go to the hospital and ask. Okay, for us, we went where I was working, and then we went to the HR. They gave us a computer to apply. We applied, and then the following day he was given an interview, and that's how he got the employment. It took
Wow.
like 9 months, which is a long. Ni siku mingi sana.
It's a long period of time, especially if you have kids and
Yeah.
like you need an extra income and stuff
Mhm.
because you have to support him at the end of the day.
Exactly. And having a big family like myself, you need two people, at least two people to be working. At least.
So when
And
you mention
this,
of a big family, what do you mean a
Mhm.
big family, Lillian? I know
I
your family.
believe from two kids and above, you're a big family in America.
So now that you mentioned kids, we'll talk about kids because bringing up kids in America is a whole chapter of life. So
Mhm.
how do you handle that? You are working. You've told us your hubby finally got papers and started working. So how are
Mhm.
you handling yours? There's a video
So,
I saw you saying on TikTok. Sorry to cut you short, and you
mhm.
said I think somebody was asking you how you take care of your kids and how you work, and then you told them mukuje hapa mteseke kama sisi. You didn't discourage them not to come with your kids. You told them to come so that we. So how do you
Ye-
take care of them?
Yeah, I will always advise people to come with their kids. Actually, this life you're making for your kids.
Yeah.
So anyway, for me and you, we're making
Yep.
these processes for the kids. So I will say, tell everybody to come with the kids, because everybody here, any parent here, it's childcare. It's difficult to anybody who has kids. So it's not you alone. Yeah.
And you'll not be the first one, neither will
You
you
will
be the last one.
you will not be the first one, neither will you be the first. Okay, not first, not last. It will
Mhm.
still continue.
So
Because
when they say it's difficult and you had the same children when you were back home, what is the difference between Kenya and here? I mean, they're the same kids, they've not changed. Maybe you came with three, like you came with three, right? Am I
yeah.
right? You came with
Yes.
three, I came with two. I mean, it's the same thing. You're the same mother, you're the same children. What is the difference? What changes?
So at home, like most of us, we used to have domestic workers, wanaitwa domestic managers, house helps.
Yeah.
We used to have relatives around, neighbors around. So your kids were comfortable. You could leave your kid, live with a house girl and go to job. But here you cannot live with anybody. The kids they should have someone, an adult with them. Or like if you have small kids like ours, yeah, they need to
And,
have someone there.
and then again, something else I noted, I don't know whether for you it was different, because for me in Kenya, I knew it is one school and that's it. So if it's a school bus, it's one school bus. But here, every child, I think, if they're in different ages of life, they have different schools. There's an elementary, which is a different school from high school, which is a different school from middle class. I mean, middle school and stuff. So that makes it difficult because you have to drop this one. Like, it's not one time we are live on TikTok with you and you mention I have to pick this one, I have to pick the other one. So it's difficult. But how are
Yeah.
you managing, Lillian, yourself?
They they
I've
even
chosen my
have
time.
they even have different timing for picking. So you have to go pick this one and then wait, go pick this one, and then wait again, go pick this one. So for
Wow.
me, I actually had to reduce my shift because I felt like I was overworking myself. My husband works, you'll choose who works night and who's working day, because whoever works at night should be very strong because he has to be awake during the day, most of the hours. So I do nights, my husband does days, and we try to squeeze our shifts together. Like if it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, when he's working day, I work night, day, night, so that we can also have family time off. We can't say like every someone works Monday to Wednesday and then another one picks up. No, we have to squeeze ourselves. So the difficult time comes when I'm coming from home, from job in the morning. Okay, my husband will have woken them up and then he has to go to work. So when I come back, I have to come prepare. The small one is barely 5 years old. Just celebrated her birthday. I have to prepare her. The rest will be prepared. They eat breakfast in school, so and take them to school before 8:15 in the morning. But if they need to have that breakfast, we should be there by 7:55 for them to have this breakfast in school. Then I have to come back, sleep a little bit. Okay, you won't sleep because the house will be in a inakaa ni kama sijui sleep. So you'll try and just panga some vitu hapo and then you go to sleep. And you have to wake up around 1. If it's on a Wednesday, I have to pick the first kid at 1, another one at 1:30, another one at 2. They have every 30 minutes difference. And then maybe I won't sleep because they're already in the house. In the evening at around 4, I start preparing for dinner. And then I leave at 6:30 to work. And then the cycle will continue for those 3 or 4 days.
Then you
Yeah.
have to go back to work at the same time. Like you
Yes,
go
I
back
have
to
to
work.
go to work. Yeah.
You
I have
told us those people who have children, they can't sleep for more than 5 hours.
you
Kulala more
cannot
than five
sleep.
hours ni show off. What
Hiyo ni
walale
show
4 hours?
off. Hiyo ni show off. You can only have that sleep when both of you are off, and then whoever has been working during day takes over. But yeah, and you'll be lucky if your man will take over plus cooking and cleaning the house. You'll be very lucky woman. Otherwise, you'll have to do them. Yeah.
There's this thing that you've mentioned, and we've mentioned it on TikTok when we are live and stuff. So many men come here and they get, before we talk about culture shock in general, so many men come here and fail to adapt to the life because, in our African culture, men don't cook, men don't wash, men don't clean. They depend, like, they solely depend on, like, that's a woman duty. And then you've mentioned if your man is not kind enough, you will come from work, prepare kids, do the laundry, do the dishes, So, what advice would you give if somebody comes across this channel today or this talk today? What advice would you give them when they're coming from home? Because they should know that the wife is working at the end of the day. And I mean, maybe just give a word on that.
Yeah, for men, they should be helpful. It's not Kenya where we have help from the domestic manager. here both of you need to help each other because it's ni ngumu. This work will make you, it tears you down as a woman. You're working at the same time. Even when you're working, Zipporah, the way the setup is, your brain is always busy because of the kind of the patients we have. So you are drained physically, mentally, emotionally. You are coming back to the house to get a sink full of dirty plates. And then you're finding kids who have not even taken a shower. They have dirty clothes on. You get kids who have been sick the whole day because you are not there to cook for them. And there's a man there with a remote in one hand and a phone in another hand. That family, that marriage will die immediately. It dies.
And there are
Yeah.
so many marriages that are dying when they come to
Yeah.
America. I don't know why. I don't know why. Guys, you should pray for your spouses because when you come here, yes, mnakuja na wapua wenu, but I don't know what happens. I don't know what spirit comes into people. Is it that people are not able to handle the stress at work? They project them to their partners? I don't know. But that thing is so common. Lillian, you've talked about stress at work. There's a colleague of mine who used to work with him at where I used to work where I used to work back home, and he mentioned that there's, I don't know whether for him he was like, it's a spirit that people get tired here, and people bashed him back home. They were like, no, utaki tukuje hapo. People are like, they are saying he's lying, maybe he's lazy, he's depressed and all that. Would you attest to the fact that people get tired here? However much you're given, maybe like 3 patients, but they, I don't know, maybe from your side, what do you have to say?
Even if you had one patient, you feel like you are stressed because these are not the kind of patient we are used to. These are a different lot. Yeah, like I always say, the patients I get, they're like the patients we have in ICU in Kenya, in HDU. Now, these are the stable patients you have in the unit, in the floor. But they have put all these means to help you. So I'm not discouraging anybody. You just feel stressed again. You're thinking, oh, my license. We are international nurses. So you have to think of what if this happens, what will happen. So you want to work really hard not to get into those complications. Yeah, you want to do the correct thing. The Wazungus will take shortcuts and do their things, but you don't want to take shortcuts, but because you have a license to protect. It's just you and your license. You don't have any family here. In case anything goes wrong, who is going to support you? The Wazungus, they have people. So you want to be always on the right. That's where you become tired mentally. Yeah.
Wow, because he said that people get tired here and people bashed him, and I was like, it's true. You get paid, but you get tired. Like all the mechanics, the mechanical, whatever they are there, but I don't know what happens for some reason. So you want to come here and do the right thing, just know that you'll get tired. But at the end of the day, it's rewarding. Now, while at it, Lillian, there's something that they call floating. Floaterness. I don't know, floating or something. Maybe you would want to tell us what is that? Because people have been asking me, Zippy, nimeambiwa naenda kufloat. What is that? Where are you floating on the water or what is it? What is a float nurse?
A float nurse is a nurse employed in the nursing resources. Most of the hospital, they call it nursing resources. I don't know if you have that department in your
We
hospital.
have, but me, I don't like it.
So, so you are employed as a floater. Like myself, I'm a floater. I was employed, my barua.
Have grace. I don't
My
like it.
barua was written there, nursing resource. That means a floater. You don't have a specific department like you're going on med surg or ICU or somewhere. Like us, at 5 p.m. is when you can know where you're going to. So I will log to my computer at 5 p.m. I see I'm going to IMC, or let's use surgical. So nikitoka hapa in my house, I'll go straight to surgical unit. At 11, they might tell me, oh, now we have a shortage somewhere else in the ED. So I will float to the ED. If it comes at 3 o'clock and there is a medical, they need someone, I'll be floated to the medical. That's what we call floating. You don't have a specific place.
Are you given your number of patients? Do you have an assignment?
We have the same as the ones you'll have. If medical, it's 5 patients per nurse, I'll also get 5 patients.
But then if they float you like 3 departments in a night, you've worked for how many patients?
So many, so many patients.
Me, I don't like that. Me, I've
You
been
work for so
floated and
many
I've been
patients. And
I've
then
been floated twice and I didn't like it. So how do you cope with that?
and then one thing you need to know for those people who are coming as nurse, I'm not discouraging you. You're going to meet those patients that are not wanted. So if I go to ZP's department and they have those patients that are so demanding, they'll give them to me because I'm not a
No.
member of that unit. I'm not a member of that floor. So they'll give it to me. Yeah.
And how do you handle that? Because you handle it with so much grace.
So it's just
Meaning,
grace. The way you've mentioned it, it's grace. And then you use your brain. You see if this person, what does he want?
where
Yeah.
culture shock. Let's talk about culture shock in nursing, Kenya na hapa.
Mm-hmm.
What do you find different how the Americans do their nursing apart from maybe like what's the difference between American nursing and is it the same? Do you find some differences in these hospitals and back home as per
Well,
your experience?
as for me, nursing is the same, but the thing is okay, there is safety. Nothing about is about safety back at home and here, but here there is a way they have put into the things they have used, like is in practical. At home is sometimes is just in the computer and in the system, but not on the ground. So here it's on the ground. When they say you have to go and flash that line, even if you are not using it, you have to go flash it. If they say every 4 hours, you need to do that. When they say every 2 hours rounding, you go do that. But at home, sometimes it's not easy because of the number of patients you have. Yeah, when they say like we are going to prevent the wounds, like using air mattress, here it's those equipment, everything is in place. But at home, we don't have those equipments. So
Because Lillian, like for you and me, it's different because you used to work in one of the posh hospitals in Kenya. I believe it's like their standard is like some of the hospitals that we find here. Me, I used to work in Karomindo, Hapo. So some of the things I like I see them from here because were it not for me going to locums in those private hospitals, labda singekuwa najua. Let's talk about drug diversion because in Kenya it was not as common as it is here. I don't know whether you would want to inform or like let nurses know what is drug diversion and how serious it is here because it's so common even to our fellow nurses.
yeah, drug diversion is a very serious thing, and especially the narcotics, they are being followed keenly because most of the, I mean, some nurses they become addicted to them, so they do follow. Like when you go get your meds from the Omnicell, I don't know, Omnicell. When some are using is it P cells?
Pixies, like as we use pixies.
Yeah. So when you get, the system shows you've you've removed that medicine. How long are you going to take to give that medicine to your patient? It's being monitored. How long are you going to stay with it? Mostly the narcotics. Remember, you've got your which one is deloaded?
Let's say yeah.
The deloaded from the Omnicell. We use Omnicell, so I'll talk about that. So the time you're going to hold these should be for ourselves should be less than 20 minutes. You should have given this patient. But you see, you can get it, and then something happens from the Omnicell room to the patient's bedside. Something happened in between here. Or you got the patient and then he's telling you to do something different, and you end up like you're staying with it for some time. Okay, even when you've given that patient, sometimes you forget to sign like to save, and then it shows you've not given. This will come back to you. Or maybe this medicine, like deloaded, you need to waste it. You wasted it. You had an answer, you wasted it, but there is that record button. You did not press it. It shows you did not. You're going to get mails, a lot of mails from those. We have the diversion department in our hospital. I don't know about other hospitals. So they'll
I
send you,
think they do.
they'll send you mails. We can see you got this, but you did not give. Can you explain? Yeah.
And when we say wasting, we mean, I mean, just to elaborate or to clarify what you're saying, like back home, what was being used sana sana back home ilikuwa morphine na pethidine, si ndio? Morphine
Yeah.
sana sana. So assuming a patient comes, and I've said this in even a different video, a patient comes from theater, they're in pain, but the doctor has prescribed 5 milligrams. You have a 10 milligrams vial. Ilikuwa inaitwa vial ama inaitwaje? That
Right,
thing.
yeah.
So you withdraw 5 milligrams. As kwetu, we normally, you don't even return it to the DD. I don't know whether it's the same everywhere. You just put it there because maybe some other patient will be in pain and you'll
You
hapa, you
know,
don't do that. You have to waste that 5 milligram. That's what Lilian is trying to explain. And you have to waste with a witness. Like another RN has to be there for you to sign that for sure Zippy didn't inject herself that morphine, rather she wasted it. So if you don't waste, or maybe for some reason you forgot, that's what she's saying. You'll get those mails, red mails, trying to tell you you're diverting. Diverting means maybe they're thinking you're using those medications. So they're trying to save you from becoming an addict, in short, because there are so many people who are addicted. All right, Lilian, apart from the medical culture shock and stuff, culture shock ya huku nje?
so okay. Just one thing to add.
Okay.
Yeah, the addicted nurses are there, and you are working with them, but you wouldn't know. Sometimes you go to your Omnicell and you fail to close your, what is it? Is it your page or what? You know, when you go with your finger,
No,
so
like your account, because it's your
you
account.
forget to close your account, and these nurses are very smart. It will come in, use your account, get some medicine, and go do her things. But it will show it's you. So you'll need to, and people are going to jail for that. People are getting into jail.
Wow. So the best thing is like, but they will tell you when you're in training. The best thing is as soon, if you're not doing anything on your account, just log out.
Yeah, you need to log out.
Just
Log
log
out
out and close it
really. Yeah.
because you don't trust Zippy. I don't know what Zippy is trying to do with. I
Never
don't know what
trust
she does
anybody.
with her life. Yeah. Otherwise, utajipata kwa mashida.
Mhm.
All right, let's move from the hospital now. We go to the culture shock ya huko nje. What are the things that you wished you knew before you came here?
Nywele. Here
Tuko na
thing.
nywele poa, nywele yako iko sawa.
Hizi ni Dedan
Kama
Kimathi.
sisi tunavaa kiwinya sasa hapa because things have become.
Nakaa Dedan Kimathi. So I'm like, I wish I knew how to. I came here when I could not even make a simple matuta. And I have 2 girls. So this is one thing I wish I knew. Yeah. I don't know if there's anything else. But you know,
There's
life
so many,
teaches
even
you.
driving in the snow. You didn't know how to drive in the snow. Now you know.
Life teaches you. So with this hair, I started and I said I'm not going to the salon because I cannot pay for one girl 100, another one 100, and then I can't pay for myself 200. That's too much. That's too much.
But Lillian, you're paid. In America, nurses are paid well. $100 is just a little money.
You know, yes, we are paid well, but it depends with the burden you're carrying.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
You know, people
Some of
have,
us, like I normally tell them, we've come from far. Like payslip yako si yako, ni yenu.
yeah.
Like ni yenu.
Yeah.
So
There are some
there's a
people
lot.
ni yao too, and there are some people who can a lot of, you cannot leave your people to die in poverty. Yeah.
So what do you tell somebody who is trying to process the immigration journey today? When like amekupata leo, amepata Lilian from Montana, wanaongea na Zippy the nurse, hata hajui wanaongelelea nini. What do you have to tell them in matters like what do they need to know before they come here? What are these things that you feel it's important for you to share out there for somebody who is just starting the journey?
Yeah, about that plating, making hair, and then if kama wewe ni mtu wa urembo, just know how to do that. Okay, mimi sikuangi hapo, but know how to do your nails, know all those things. Yeah, the things you go and sit in the salon for people to do on you, know them, and then you will save a lot. You'll save, yeah.
The things we think they are obvious in Kenya, they're not obvious. Yeah, you
They're
have
not
the money,
obvious,
but maybe time you don't have, maybe even that
Yeah.
money you don't have. So it's better you train. Me, like I normally tell them on my videos, Lilian, if you have a baby who is a girl, maybe class 7, class 8, anza kumfundisha mapema ajuange kushuka nywele. So that when they come here, it will save you a big time. Then driving. What about driving? How difficult was it driving for you to drive around here?
So, you know, as a new driver, you make a lot of mistakes. Okay, there are mistakes you'll make, not a lot of them. I'm not trying to discourage anybody, but you'll make mistake as a new driver. Even as an old driver, I came here, I didn't drive back home, but I came to learn from here. So there are things you'll go wrong. But the fear of getting into that car and driving is what will mess you up.
Yeah.
When you come, jump into your car and go. Yeah. But if you can start driving at home, but don't be too hard on yourself, because I know even the process has taken a lot of your money. So going to hire a car and then get into an accident or get to Honga police on is too much. If you can, train back home, but if you cannot, just come.
Are there police who are bribed here?
At home, no. At home, if I hire a car to go and train because I'm going to America, on the way, I'll need to bribe, I don't know how many police. I get into accident is another drama. So there's a lot. You do repairs, you buy fuel, and it's already people are struggling. People are struggling. So
Wow.
me, it won't make a sense. If you can, drive back home, but if you cannot, just come. Don't be too hard on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Lilian. Thank you for kukubali kukuja hapa kwetu kutusalimia. People have been sending me inbox, fanya video na Lilian, fanya video na Lilian. I don't know why they're not. Oh, Monshud is here, and Monshud says, acha ni share live nirudi kusikiza. And then we have Purity Nyamu says, hello ladies. I don't know whether you know Purity. Then there is Nico. Nico says, thanks for the live interview. Kindly could you talk about pregnancy journey while working in America? Maybe you talk about it.
Pregnancy journey. I've had a friend of mine, but I think he had done 1 year. So pregnancy journey, for those people who don't have issues with pregnancy, it will be fine. But those people who become sick, there are those complicated pregnancy. I think you'll get it can be a nightmare, but then you are in America, they healthcare is expensive, but you get your offs to go and sort your illness. Yeah. It's okay for those people who don't get complicated, and then they go, if you have insurance, you go to the hospital, give birth and go back home. After 1 month, talking about something, after 1 month you're coming back to work. People do it. That's how that's another culture shock. We are used to
add on that,
Yeah.
and to add on that, like as for me, there's a friend of mine who is here and she has gone through that, I think twice. And out of her experience, she says, it's not me because I've never gotten pregnant when I'm here, but out of her experience, it's a real nightmare. It's a quagmire. If
I
that
feel like
pregnancy complicates, not that we are trying to discourage the 22 people who are here. I'm not trying to discourage, but as Lilian has said, I'm just adding to what she has said, that it can get messy if maybe, for example, you get complications. If you're coming from Kenya, if you're coming from Africa, I don't know, because it's God who plans, but if you can get your children, you'd rather come when they are young. I don't know, but I'm
you
just
can,
saying.
yeah. I would say don't plan to get pregnant on your process. When you've already started your process, I would say don't get pregnant. But if you're already pregnant, it shall be okay. It shall be fine. You're already there. There's nothing.
Because here maternity leave normally, it's, I think, like in our state, I think it's 2 months, and it's not paid.
It's not paid.
You're not paid.
Your problems won't make you to wait for 2 months.
Yeah.
Especially when you're still working with an agency, it's not
You'll go back
possible.
after 1 month. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough, but it's manageable. You will not be the first one to get pregnant. You will not be the last one to get pregnant. There's so many pregnant people out there, and they are making it in life. So Nico, but of course it's not you, Nico. Maybe you're asking on behalf of somebody, because Nico is a man. Nico, I'm sure you're asking on behalf of somebody. And congratulations, Nico. Then
Linda Patakathi, sorry. Actually, that's Swahili. We just mixed it. It didn't have any weight, so you haven't missed anything.
She's saying I get lost most of the time since I don't understand Swahili. Oh, we are sorry, Linda, and we love you. She's from South Africa, and she
Oh.
says my two favorites. So, which means she follows you as well. Then
Oh.
we have Sharon Mulinda. She says she sends love. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Sharon.
Sharon.
Sharon, you know her.
No, I'm not sure.
And then I've lost my chat. Anyway, Lilian, thank you so much for coming. I don't know when you invite us to your place, we shall come.
Yeah, we
We
will
didn't have
plan.
much to say, but I just wanted to bring you here so that they stop telling me, let her Lilian, let her Lilian. They keep on telling me, let her Lilian Harper. We need to see you with Lilian. Here, guys, we are here. And they didn't
I'm
even
here.
send
Ask your questions.
they didn't even send thumbs up na tulisema hapa unaingia like
Hakuna
Sharon
thumbs
nani
up.
Linda, we said when you come here you receive love and you send back thumbs up, so and we move
There's no
forward.
thumbs up. But thank you for the love, guys. I can see your messages. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
I
yeah.
had. I'm also watching us.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay. That's nice.
I'm also
All
watching us.
all right, thank you so much. I didn't have much to ask because it was
Mhm.
just a random. We wanted to show people that we are here. Lilian, I always interact with with you people in live TikTok.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're always on TikTok live.
Sharon. Sharon, I know her. Sharon, it's Sharon from TikTok. I know her.
Oh,
Thank you so
Sharon.
much, Lilian. Thank you so much, Sharon
And
Mulinda.
there's something I forgot about when you were talking about your your spouse being a nurse. So if your spouse, and maybe you are the spouse yourself listening here, you coming here, you've not done your paperwork, you've not done your NCLEX, you're coming to work these jobs that will pay you less than $20, and you'll feel so demotivated. Imagine your fellow spouse come, especially if it's a man earning less than a woman, it becomes so demotivating. So do your process, start your process back home, try find those money, go to, I always say when we were doing this process, we were not like we had the monies. Some of us, we were into mshwari, Tala, KCB, Mkopa, all those things, we were there. Yeah, so try find those those loans and process. When you are here, you'll be able to pay your loans.
Me, I normally tell people, Lilian, when they see me, they should see grace. If there's anybody who is from CRB and is watching, oh my God, I want to say thank you because those calls they used to call me. They used to call me and they're like, guy, tutakupeleka mshwari, mkop. Oh my God.
Mm.
So it is not to discourage you. When you come here, you will pay back all those things within few minutes. I mean, few months or even few minutes, you can pay back.
Yeah, you can
So
pay.
if you can, what Lian is saying, badala ungoje ukuje hadi hapa, like for you to wait, instead of you waiting to come and do your process from here, like copper, get those loans, because when you come here you'll be getting a good amount of money and then you'll be able to pay back, so it's worth it. I think it's worth the sacrifice. Just
Yeah.
like the way we normally say waiting to come to the US is worth the sacrifice, it's worth the wait. Okay,
Sure. Yeah.
then we have, I wanted to read the comments zenye zilikuwa huko juu. There's somebody, Mickey Mwash, he says first time here, thank you so much. Nas Princessa, she says Zippy and Lily, she's your follower and she's my follower, thank you so
Oh,
much.
thank you. Thank you for following. I do
And she
appreciate.
says, so happy to see you girls. We are happy to see you too.
Thank you.
And then we said, Anita Muhonja sent some kisses. We blow back kisses to you. And then we have somebody who is saying, United, what agency are you with? Oh, please, someone give us glucose. E-process ni refu haki. I'm from 2022 na bado.
2022 and it's 2024. Bado haujakaa sana.
Hata mimi nilikuwa wa 20.
Just relax and wait. Some of them are still waiting.
Even me, I was 2022 June. So there are still some people who are there. Sindio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people are still waiting.
So I've watched ZP from back displaying the 4008 machine. That's how I came from. Okay. Linda, she was asking about dialysis opportunities. Yeah, I think I remember her comment sometimes back. Lilian, maybe do you have an idea?
Yeah, dialysis units are here, and you get, if you are with an agency, we'll look for you the dialysis center. They will take you to the dialysis center, but those jobs are around. Like in Montana, there are the agencies that deal with those dialysis units. Even in our hospital, the dialysis is not under the hospital, is under a different agency. So they will employ you through that. My husband was a renal nurse back home, but he came here, he's in the step down. Yeah.
So, Linda, are you a dialysis nurse or what? Because she's saying, not to be off topic, just wanted to know more on dialysis opportunities. So, I don't know what she meant because I think there's a time I saw her comment and she was asking if she can open up a dialysis unit or something. I think, if I'm not wrong. Linda, maybe you can type before we end the live. You can type and ask your question because I think I thought that's what you were asking. But yes, dialysis opportunities are there because I've seen people who are coming from Kenya and they get employed in dialysis unit. Even in our hospital, we have some of them. So yeah, yes, I'm a dialysis nurse from South Africa. Oh, okay. Are you with an agency? You've said if she's with an agency can get her job
Yeah, I
at.
will get her job in the, yeah. Those people who are working in dialysis, I have a friend in South Dakota who was taken to a dialysis center.
Do they come as just nurses? Or
Yeah,
they
the
change
nurse, the renal dialysis nurse. So you just go for your work in the dialysis unit.
just like the way you are an ICU, then you come to ICU.
Mm-hmm.
All
Yes.
right, Linda, you have the answers. So
Yeah.
parting shots to your people and our people. They are our people. I think they follow both of us. What do you tell them?
Yeah. I would say I would first of all appreciate all of you for, I know some will be watching later, for watching. Whoever is watching right now, thank you so much for joining this live. And all those who have subscribed, who support our channels, I do appreciate. Yeah. I know it's not easy for someone to just go to your YouTube and open and watch you. It's not so easy, but some people come up, and especially the subscribing. It's hard. I find I don't know why it's hard for people to subscribe, but they can view. You can find 2.5K views with no subscription. So I would say subscribing to YouTube, you don't pay anything. It's a free thing. I think subscribing to TikTok is where you pay, but on TikTok you don't pay anything. So with much love, I will say those who are here, those who will be listening to you. My channel is Lillian from Kenya to Montana, USA. I got somewhere, and for a year I've not been very active on YouTube because I had family issues back home. I said, I think, was it in December last year? I told you my dad was sick, and that took a toll on me. So for a whole year, I've not been so active. But I'm on TikTok. I launched TikTok this year, and I found my find myself
And you're
most
moving
of the
with
time I'm
fire.
there. I'm moving with fire. It's so quick. But I would
I think
say
TikTok is easier also. TikTok is not that complicated. YouTube, you
TikTok
have
is not
to
complicated. YouTube is really complicated. YouTube needs a lot of time, like,
patience and time.
yeah,
Yeah.
patience, time, and then you are not into direct communication with, TikTok. It's so easy, but
TikTok mnapanda hapo nyinyi wote. Like these people would be
yeah,
up here and we are
it would
chatting.
be
But
all
now,
of us will be here and talking.
yeah.
So yeah. Hi Perry. So guys, go to my YouTube channel, Lillian from Kenya to Montana, USA. When I move to Montana, I don't know, will I change it from Lillian from Kenya to Montana to South Carolina?
I
Ama,
don't know. You need to get another one, another name for to add on top of your name that you have
I'll
right
be like
now.
Lillian from A to B to C. I don't know. But guys, I love you so much. Yeah.
In a journey. And then before we wind up, there's somebody who is asking, how is documentation done there? Kuna Cadex ama care plan? You want to talk about that?
Okay, there is no cardex, but the care plan is kind of is everything is put in the system. It's a very big thing, like you log in and document in there. Yeah, documentation here is serious. It's kind of complicated, but you learn. You learn every day is just a learning. You'll not have everything. You'll not fix everything in your first month or first 2 months. You'll be learning a new thing every time because the documentation system, it's a lot. It's a lot. So they'll start teaching you the basics. And then with time they introduce something else, they introduce something else. It's not a big it should not take you down right now, but when you come, you learn. The good thing about USA, people are ready to teach you. People are very ready to teach you, to take you through that, but you have to be yourself. You need to be ready to learn. You are 40-year-old, you need to be ready to learn from a 19-year-old, a 20-year-old. I usually say whoever was my, the instructor, ICC, what do we call it in Avant? They gave me some, okay, when you've done with Avant in Florida, they get you someone to come with you to your place, to stay with you like 3 days and take you around, help you, just introduce you to different places to make you comfortable. I was given a 19-year-old. This 19-year-old, he had to show me how to get my car from the dealer to my place. And it was like, she had the car, the hired car that we came with, the Avant hired car. So alikuwa mbele, oh, sorry, Linda. He was ahead of me, and me with my car behind. We could talk through the phone. Now do this, now do this. I'm a new driver in America, but I need to drive the car home. She's in another car, I'm in another car. So when you come here, they will tell you, don't get a car, don't go to a car dealer who is far away from you, because driving it to your home you'll sweat. I had a 5 minutes drive that was really tough. Yeah.
But you knew how to drive. Somebody would be
Yeah, I had been taught
then they'll be like,
yeah,
why are you sweating and you knew how to drive?
I had a 2 weeks driving lesson in Florida. Yeah, so I knew how to drive. 2 weeks driving lesson. But you need to go into that kind drive, no matter what. You need to get in there and drive.
But me, I normally tell people, I think that thing that makes us panic is the fact that we are in a different country, different rules, different, like the driver is normally, like Kenya, we are used to the driver being on the left side. Is it right side? On the right side.
On the right side.
Right side. And then we keep left on the road. But now this one, the driver in the vehicles are normally on the left side, and then we keep right. So by the time you condition your brain that you panic on the road.
Actually, people who fail the driving test are people who've been driving at home, because they go to the left side instead of keeping to the right, because their mind is fixed on the left. Yeah, most of the people who fail
by the way,
driving at home.
There's even that story that was going around social media that a Kenyan, I don't know, she caused an accident and they had a head-on collision with the cops because she was driving on the wrong side. Because as we are used to keeping left and then they keep right. So by the time unaingia barabara, you just meet with cars and then they hoot at you.
It's and it's not an excuse that you are driving on
It's
never an excuse. You'll just face the law.
But not to scare you, these things are doable. How many Kenyans are here and they are making it? Then
everybody will make it. Everybody is making it.
Yeah. Just to add on what you've said, Lillian, about documentation, back home we use papers, like writing those cardexes, alafu we have T-sheets. When you come here, you'll forget about those treatment sheet, because a place like, I think, Mpisha and Gertrude's, I think even ile yenye inakwanga ya jeshi pale Mbagathi Road, they are paperless. There are some hospitals that are paperless. So here it's the same. They don't have papers. Like, you don't write anything on the paper. The doctors don't write anything on the papers. So you have to log into your computer system. There's something they call MAR, Medical Administration Records. So everything is online, like not online for TikTok or whatever, but it's online.
Yeah.
So you log in, look for the medications that are due for that patient and administer. And remember the other time I showed you guys, like, you have to scan you can't just give a medication. Si kama Kenya, unaingianga kwa room ya mgonjwa na maji, meza Panadol. No, you have to scan the wristband. You have to scan the medication so that the computer will tell you if you're giving the right dose, the right patient, the right time. That writes the 5 rights. It will have to tell you at that point, So it's a bit different, like, because we use paperwork and we don't use paperwork here. That is why it is very easy for you to be caught. In Kenya unaweza ruka vibaya sana, unaruka kipetero kiesi. Si mimi nilipeana hiyo dawa, hapa huwezi ruka. They will show it's you who entered into the system, pulled out a narcotic, and you didn't give that patient. So it's better because it kind of eradicates medical errors and stuff, but to you nurses, you have to be very careful. Just to add on what you say.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have somebody who is saying that one to mejibu a question, kwenye mtu anachoose, kwenye mtu alichoose BON ndiko huanza kufanya kazi ama no. Like for me, I was for Montana and she lives in Montana. Was that your primary state? And I'm not in Montana, I'm in North Carolina. You endorse, that is just for giving you a license.
Yeah.
Paris Wanjiko.
So most of the agencies will use the easiest board of nursing. Utapata there are a few like Montana Board of Nursing, Texas Board of Nursing. Is it New York Board of? Is it New York?
There's somebody who said
like
New York and
nice.
it's cheap. It's
Yeah.
rahisi.
There is one, Mexico, the easy ones. So they don't go to the complicated ones. There are some that they want more hours, more what. So the agencies will go the easiest way. But and then when you get here, they'll endorse your license to where they take you where they get opportunities.
So Paris Wanjiko, just to answer you, the state that you've chosen right now is just for the purpose of NCLEX. So if you don't like the state, don't worry. You will go to a different state because they'll give you a chance. Your agency will give you a chance. When you're at that later stage, they'll give you a chance to select the state that you want. Maybe they'll give you like 4 or 3. Like MedPro gave us, I think, 4. Then the second time they gave me 3. You choose a state that you want to work in. So when you get maybe like it's North Carolina, now you'll endorse from, let's say, from Montana Board of Nursing to North Carolina. Then that's where you'll go and work. Then United
like
States,
to add on that, Avant will ask you to give 3 states, and they don't really take you to where you choose. But some people, they get lucky. But you can also refuse. If they're bringing you to Montana and you don't want, you can refuse. They will look for the state you want. Yeah.
Lilian, just to add on that, ama to ask you, because I don't have an experience with that. Kuna saa zingine unasikianga, sorry to Linda, there are sometimes you hear people saying, I had gone to my state, but then I was taken back to Florida for the people who are working with Avant and MedPro. What normally happens ndo unarudishwa Florida?
So sometimes, to be honest, your preceptor plays a role in your, yeah. So sometimes your preceptor will say, you're not catching things.
You're not catching things.
You're not catching things. So you'll be taken back to Florida. If you're not, or maybe you've done a mistake you look like you're not a safe nurse, they will take you back. The good thing, your agency will train you like for 2 weeks and bring you back. If it's not possible, if this hospital doesn't want you back, they look for somewhere else to take you.
But that's demotivating and demoralizing.
It is.
Because then you have to do an endorsement if they'll change you like from one state to the other.
Yeah, and the one thing, you have a car, you're still paying, and you're not being paid.
You're not working.
Yeah, you're not working at that time.
Tough.
If you have a family, it's even worse.
My God, there's somewhere I don't know where I saw that message that somebody was trained for 6 months for orientation for 6 months. Apparently supposed to be 13 weeks, 12 weeks.
Yeah,
right?
12 weeks. Yeah, but from
then
12 weeks you can go off orientation anytime. But for him, he says he was to go for 6 months. So he's the first one I heard about that. I never knew people can go beyond 13 weeks. So I heard it from him. I don't know if it's him or her. For 6 months. When you're on orientation, you are not able to pick up shifts, but
extra shifts. That's what you're doing.
Shifts.
You only work for 3 days and then you go home.
And you are working the same days your preceptor is going to work. You don't have any freedom.
Sucks.
There's no freedom. And you're always like, if you're following up people, everybody.
And maybe they love working Monday, Tuesday. You want to work Tuesday when it's time.
For us international people coming in, nurses, we want to work towards the weekend. We want to work nights. There are those extra $1.50 or $1.50 that you get. But now for these, the Wazungus will pick Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday during the day.
And they don't mind.
They don't mind because they want their weekend to be a vacation weekend.
Somebody is asking, can you fail orientation?
Yes, you can fail.
That's Linda
That's
asking.
you can fail, and that's why you'll be taken back to Florida.
So, Linda, if you're with an agency, they will be communicated to from your hospital that you didn't pass. Like they feel whatever Lillian was saying, you didn't catch well. Like
You're not
you're not
safe.
up to maybe the standard of the hospital or the care that you're offering to the patient. Like they're not confident. Hapa niliona it's more towards patient safety. So if they
Mhm.
feel like you're not a safe nurse, they will say you're not well, you're not competent. Not to say that you're not competent, but you didn't like do well.
Yeah,
And again, also you have to know that there are preceptors who are malicious.
true. Yeah, there are preceptors who don't just like you.
Just like the way we were
Sometimes.
live the other day on TikTok, and
Mhm.
somebody said, you, not older nurses, but you senior nurses, you need to be gentle on the junior nurses.
The new
It's the
grad.
same thing here. You find that maybe a preceptor was precepted in a nasty way. I'm sorry to use that word. So they also want to make you go through hell because maybe that's what happened. Just like the way we see at home, a senior nurse being harsh to a junior nurse simply because that's what happened when they were training and that's what happened when they got a job. So it's the same here. Those people who are here, they're also human beings like the ones we have back home. So you can find that maybe you ulikuwa unashikanisha job, like like you're getting the vibe of working and stuff, like you're well, but that person who is precepting you is just malicious. You have a choice, by the way, to tell them that I need another preceptor. If
Yeah.
you feel like that person is being malicious, you have a right to tell them, I don't feel comfortable with her because I feel like I know, but then she feels like otherwise.
And
You get another preceptor.
you also need to communicate to your agency. Immediately you
Exactly.
feel that your preceptor is not like, yeah, you need to report her or him to your agency as early as possible. Before the hospital reports you, just take your case
Yeah,
study.
yeah, it's true. You
Yeah.
need to report before. Anywho, I think, do
And
you
a
know
lot of lots of prayers, cause
me, I
yeah.
tell them to pray for their preceptors even before they land.
Mm.
If you're landing in JF Kennedy or whatever you're landing, just pray for those people because you don't know whom you're landing. Labda mtu hata akona depression ama wacha
Yeah.
nisiongee kwa nguvu ama anatumia hizi vitu. So labda that person is,
Mhm.
then they will end up frustrating you. You don't know what projections they have towards you. Like it can be messy, but pray for them. It will be
Pray for
well.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think we have. Geoffrey says, tap, 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 tap the screen and share the
Tap
live.
tap the screen, share the live, send gifts, send gifts, send gifts, send gifts. You
Like the
need to
host,
show
like
to.
the host, tap,
How do
tap
you
the head
do
of the host. Sorry?
here in StreamYard? How do they like the thing?
They
Like,
like from the YouTube. They are watching it from the YouTube, so they can
oh, okay.
like they
So
can like whatever.
so thumb up. Like,
Thumb up.
oh,
Like the way you're here now, you can like it. So
oh,
if your
that's
spouse
good.
is also a nurse, how would it be go about getting a job?
You just get a job there. Go online, the hospital you want Billings Clinic Hospital, go there. There are jobs. I wish I would be able to open that and show you. There are always jobs. You
Which
have
one?
to choose which department you want.
Which one do you want us to open?
You can open Billings Clinic Hospital.
Billings.
Hmm.
Lakini they will open.
Yeah. So
Kingston, you can
the
open.
hospital you
Umesema
want.
tutaandika. Niambie niandike.
Apana, any hospital you want. I'm just saying that because that's my
Oh.
hospital.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. So any hospital unaenda hapo you search like job search. There are so many. They'll bring you so many. In med surg, we need 5 nurses. In ICU, we need 2 nurses. In the difference here, you have to apply to the department you want to go to. If it's ED, you'll go to the ED. Do they want people? So you will request there. You will apply there. And it's something that gonna prompts. It has prompts that will lead you from one thing to another one. Then they'll call you or they'll email you. They do use emails.
Lilian, you've been here for long. If I want to come to Montana, maybe you have an answer. How would I how would I come to Montana from North Carolina? If maybe
You
I
need
feel like
to,
this.
you just endorse and look for a job and come.
So you
Endorse.
can change states. I'm asking that because people ask you, can I change state? When they take me to
Yeah,
North Carolina, can I change state? So yes, you can
yeah.
change.
You can change state.
You're not tied to one state that you have to work there forever and ever. No, you can change state.
Yeah, some people ask like, which is the best? I've seen this question most of the time. Which is the best state to live? Just come if you feel like ZP. Are you in North Carolina or South?
North.
If you feel like North is not good for you, you can you breach your contract and go to California. Just as that, nobody's tying you somewhere. Nobody ties you anywhere. Most of the agencies will take you to like affordable. Do I say affordable states? Yeah, that's where they'll take you to.
The Mushadas.
Yeah.
Like the way I'm in Mushada. You know, when hurricane happened, people are saying, I can't go to where ZP is. That place is the village of the villages. So it's a good state because it gives you that leeway of knowing the system, like getting used to American system, getting used to the food, getting used to like this. You get to learn. It's not a
Like
busy,
you can
it's not a busy
imagine
place like
Zipporah.
imagine kupelekwa kama California and the way it's a busy.
You can
I won't.
imagine Zipporah having you are in the Ushago and the hospital you're working in, then Ushago, just imagine that hospital, the way it's big and
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
busy. Hmm?
So imagine in a place
Now
like
you want to go to California in Itwango LA summer. LA. Yeah, you want to go in a big hospital, You want to start there immediately. Your job where people know their rights. Huku wanakanyagianga sometimes, sorry Linda. Sometimes even the traffic you can make 1, 2, 3, but nobody cares unless they have seen you. But yeah,
it's like moving from Nakuru town just to give it's
yeah,
like moving from Nakuru town and going to a big city in in um in Nairobi. Ni kama
Nairobi.
kusema hivyo. Because in Nakuru city there's a way you can get those hospitals. Yes, they are big, but it is manageable for you because you are a new person in that city. But now you can imagine moving from Nyandarua huko ndani venye nasema mimi ni Nyandarua and then umeenda city. It becomes a toll on you for the first before you get adjusted. Hata ujui kuongea Kiswahili, it becomes
English. Yeah.
it becomes difficult for you. So I think for me, going to the village setup, it's easier. Then when you get used to, you endorse licenses and choose wherever you want to go. So yeah.
Me, to be honest, I love this place. Like, it made me learn so many things, especially in the hospital. I don't know if I was taken to a level 1 in California. Nimetoka tu home napelekwa level 1 hospital in California. I think my license would have gone long time ago. But right now, I'm ready even to be taken anywhere because I've been a floater for 2 years in a level 1 trauma hospital. So I can work in any department in any hospital. I believe so.
Me, I got floated juicy. Wacha niwape story yaki. I was so confused. I was feeling like this is the end of my life. I complained the whole time. Hey, I was given 7 patients. I discharged 3. I admitted. By the time asubuhi ilikuwa inafika, I was feeling like I don't even know hii wig nilikuwa nishatoa. Guy, how do you survive? You have,
Yes.
I think floating nurses are just, you can become a traveler nurse. I don't know why you're not becoming a
I can do
traveler.
traveling, but I have kids to take care of, ZP.
That's the challenge.
I have
But
kids to take care of, but I can do traveling. I think even now, if you tell me to stay in one unit, to go in Medside and stay there itakuwa boring. I wouldn't make it. I would just want to be a floater all through.
hey, you guys, I salute you. For me, I think I'm used to, like, unakaa place moja, you get used, unafika ile, that one, I salute you, Lillian. So let's see who is asking. There is this guy, JJ, he's asking, how can I come over there, Lillian, for a job? I'm a nurse in Europe. Can I have your email, please? You have an email address, but she has a TikTok
I have a
account.
TikTok. I have the YouTube. I have
So you can maybe
Messenger.
ask there.
Yeah.
Follow her on her TikTok if you have a
If
maybe
you're
he
on
doesn't
TikTok, just come. You learn a lot. Is it true, ZP? We learn a lot.
Yeah. People don't like TikTok, but we learn a lot. We learn
There's
so
a
many
lot
things.
of learning,
Those people who are
especially in
there.
the live, because you get so many people coming in and giving us ideas.
Like Juicy, if Europe, UK is in Europe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Juzi we had 3 people who are giving their stories, how they started their journey from Kenya, they went to UK, then from UK they came here.
Yeah.
So JJ and
There's
Mickey
another one
Mwash,
came
you
from
need to answer.
Kenya to zile Saudia inaitwaje?
Gulf. Ilikuwa Saudi.
Qatar. Went to
Qatar.
Qatar, went to UK, and then landed here.
And they were saying it's worth it.
It's
Instead of
worth it,
waiting
yeah.
in Kenya and doing volunteer jobs, it's worth it.
Mm.
So you can join us live, but my number is normally on the bio of these YouTube channels. So you can follow up there and then I'll give you her contact. Then you have Hello Zippy. I'm in the initial stages of the process. Just started NCLEX preparation with MedPro. I'm asking, it's wise I try getting DV lottery na nikipata itaharibu anything.
What one
Lilian.
is to apply DV lottery?
Maybe a next time.
Or when you are expecting, then come if there's anything because you've already applied for. If you
When you're already in the process, you can
Yeah.
apply for green card.
It's always discouraged. Inakwanga discouraged, but if she already did it, si walifunga.
Washafunga hata. I think washafunga, that's what I thought.
So kama alishafanya, just wait. Whichever
Once I
will
try.
come first because they can't
Lakini sasa
have
badala ya kutry DV lottery si aende places zingine kama hizo Qatar atafute job huko basi. Kama anaogopa kukaa.
because you can't have two visas running at the same time.
Because they say that's a double entry. That's what they say. I'm not an expert though, but that's
Yeah,
what they
that's
say.
what we hear people say. We don't know about it.
Then Linda says, please, Zippy, don't go to California before you orientate me. Now. Oh yeah, Linda, who is orienting you now? Me or who? Welcome, I'll orientate you. Then JJ, you need to first register with CGFNS, then decide which board of nursing you want to join, follow their requirements, then start studying for your NCLEX. You'll get an ATT, book your NCLEX. Oh, wow, that's nice. Thank you, Mickey Mwash. Then Paris Wanjiko says, thank you for the information. I'm a self-sponsored nurse waiting for CGFNS to complete review of my documents. Can't wait to see you there. You're welcome.
Yeah, can't wait.
Then JJ, if you did your nursing in Spain, you need to do English if I'm not wrong. Oh, they're just answering each other. Zippy, can I have any contact of you? Andika namba yangu basi. Namba yangu iko hapo kwa bio. Hata nimeiweka na nikasema unitumie M-Pesa ndio uone jina yangu. 0708844441. It's there. You can chat me on WhatsApp. It's a Kenyan line. Qatar, Zippy, kunataka roho ngumu. I'm here, but I wish I knew. Oh, home care nursing is not easy, mama. Oh, kwani wanaendanga home nursing? See, I thought government ya Ruto ilikuwa inawapeleka nursing.
No, Mickey, let me ask you a question. Why are you not yet back home?
It's not Mickey.
Oh, who is that?
Mickey amesema ako Europe.
Is it Paris?
Paris.
Nimesikia ukisoma, sijaona hiyo swali. Nimesikia ukisema
hapo amesema Qatar kunataka roho ngumu. I'm here, but I wish I knew. Home care nursing is not easy. That's what I'm wondering.
Sasa hiyo I wish I knew. Is it like, is these jobs, are you tied there?
Which means she's still there.
Paris, why are you tied there? Kama maybe kuna contracts lazima amalize.
Kuna time government ya Kenya ilikuwa imeleta nini? Ilikuwa imeleta hizo stories za kupeleka watu Qatar. Was it Qatar? I think ilikuwa Qatar. So you want to tell me that she's one of them who went there? I don't know. Let her type there. Then Zippy, can I go and work in California direct from UK? I might have to work. No, you can go direct, but it's an expensive state. That's why people fear it.
Direct.
But kama hana familia unaweza enda huko direct. You just
UK, he has money.
Yeah, you just do Mickey Mwash. You just do NCLEX with whatever board, and then you choose California as a state of work. So you endorse from maybe Montana or New York or whatever to California. When you chapa job, tutumie $. Then Mickey Mwash is asking, what's your email? Oh, anauliza JJ. All right, I think tumemaliza kwa questions. Thank you so much guys for coming. We are 31 right now. I hope we have 31 thumbs up. Acha nione. Hata hatuna thumbs up. Anyway, I don't know. Thank you so much guys for coming. We don't take it for granted. I know my followers are Lillian's followers. I used to follow her nikiwa Kenya before I even started the channel. And then I was like, see, also I start this journey and tell people about my life because you used to inspire me a lot. By then, you were appreciating vitu ndogo. I used to follow you and I'm like, oh, look at her. here we are. So dreams are valid. I dreamt of meeting
Tunateseka
Lillian.
pamoja.
I dreamt of
Tunateseka
meeting Lillian. Here
pamoja.
we are. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. And we don't take it personally. I don't take it for granted because I know tumetoka mbali. We started with 1 subscriber, 2 subscribers, and those guys who are subscribing and unsubscribing. Now waona with my 2 eyes.
Oh, Paris. Now I understand.
Wake up today. You wake up today and you find that watu watano wameenda. Mnaenda wapi? Come back. This is home. And those people who are watching without subscribing, imagine you're missing, because now you will not even get the notifications when we are live. And when we are live, we get people who are giving us things that we didn't know. Like Lillian Harper. She's been here for 2 years now. You see, she has a lot of experience than what I do, than what I have. So she will teach you so much. You will know there is Lillian from Montana to USA to whatever. Let me read about Paris. Paris says, no, I'm not tired. It's also not through government. Nilifanya self-sponsored. Nikatafuta employee, but kwa mtu alikuwa amezoea kuwork half days kwa governor office. Oh.
That's what I understand.
Hata hapa America sini 12 hours.
You know, it hits hata ukikuja hapa America, if you are from Zippy, are you from the government? Yeah, if you are from the government, it hits you. Unafeel hiyo kitu. But for us who are used to, like, you have to work all through. You have to stand and work the whole 12 hours. Unaona ni kama it's easier for you. So there is that difference.
Private hospitals in Kenya, they work 12 hours.
They work 12 hours and it's working throughout. You walk throughout. You don't have time to go for your break or lunch. I usually tell people, huku, mimi naona break, naona lunch. So I feel it's better being here than being in a private hospital in Kenya. It was so, ni ngumu kuwaki in a private hospital in Kenya, for sure.
Alafu tena, hata kama ni ngumu tunasema kusema, pia ni ngumu kwa mfuko. Ongeza mfuko, Lillian.
No, some government hospitals we know, like Kenyatta, pay a lot of money.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they are paid more. They are paid more. My sister works in Kenyatta Hospital.
How much are they paid?
She's a nurse there.
They're paid well?
They are paid well. I think that the most paid people.
I leave it.
Government is the best employer in Kenya.
If they would come here and talk to you, Lillian, you would even cry.
No, they are paid well.
They're paid well, but where is that money?
Kenyatta and referral, it's called something referral in Eldoret.
Those people who know me better, they are watching, they are laughing away. They know
nurses earn a lot of money. It's not like us who are in private.
Ati Kenyatta
you earn, but you work for it, you're sweating for it. So if you're coming from private in Kenya, that's the same thing. Paris, that's the same thing you are coming to find in these hospitals here.
Paris anauliza Kenyatta wanafikisha 80,000.
Wanapitisha.
Na MTRH
kwao.
MTRH anasema hivyo.
Inaitwa
MTRH, Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital.
That one, yeah. They are paid 80 ni pesa kidogo.
Kenyatta National Referral, we have KTRH, ile KU, we have MTRH, we have Moi. They pay well. They pay well. And then if you further your studies, will your agency increase your salary?
Further to what?
Kama BSN, labda from
RN to recruiting even BSN, and the salary for the BSN and diploma when they recruit is still the same. So I don't know if you come with you. They also recruited BSNs. So I don't think you coming here and doing BSN, it will add anything to them. And then even if you are not with the agency, still the difference is very nikidogo. You do BSN, I always say BSN is like a minimum qualification hapa, and then you do BSN because you want to further.
I'm reading the comments.
Yeah,
I'm reading the comments. Let me answer. Who is this? ZPKNH pays really well. Of course, 80K is a starters.
80K ni kidogo sana. Yeah.
Lillian, I have no objection on that. But you see those people, kwanza Kenyatta, wengi wametoka wako hapa.
Yeah, because it's better here. It's better here. Here they pay more.
So that paying well, it is debatable. You know why?
You know, Zippy, we are comparing where we can compare. We are comparing nurses in Kenya. We are not comparing nurses in Kenya and here.
Because unaona mwingine amesema hapa MTRH pia wako kwa process ya kukuja.
Yeah, everybody's coming. Everybody's coming.
So nani Mwashi anasema California pay is amazing. Wacha tu Mwashi, enda California utulete $. Sisi unajua tuko na familia, we can't afford to live there, and then okay we can, but sitaki pressure size.
You know, ukishafika hapa Zipporah is when you understand. When I go, kama uko home, someone will tell you California pays $100 and you feel like, ooh.
Kama
But
sina Judy
on the ground,
anasemanga
now you
California.
start digesting. What does that $100 means?
Lilian, ni kucut short. Nas Judy analipangwa 200 per hour in California. She lives in California.
Nani?
Nas Judy.
Maybe she has her own employers. I don't know, but not the US employers. We should not stop. We should stop lying to people, especially mi sipendi mtu kudanganya Mkenya, by the way. You know, I started my YouTube channel because of that pain I had that people were processing. Na nikifika mahali wako wakirevise NCLEX, they hide. And I thought, what are the people hiding? Na tuko nao
utarogwa, wanasema utarogwa.
So they are, I don't know anything about Kukuja America. People are just hiding. They are discussing something, but when Nakumbuka one night, I answered all the call lights because people are discussing something that I didn't know. But when I knew it was things to do with US, I started the journey na nikawacha home.
Wakificha ficha.
Niliwacha home kama bado IELTS ilikuwa shida.
So California you can get 200. Si unaona hata nani anasema California the pay is amazing. Paris Wanjiko amecheka.
The thing is, lying to people is the
You have no comment on that. All right. We need to wind up. And hi ZP and Lilian.
You know ZP, the pay people are talking, the pay the lady is talking about is during the COVID. We're not in COVID. Hata saa hizi travelers they're not being paid as well as they used to be. Everybody there's everywhere kuna shida. Those salaries are never there, but it's far much better. It's 300% better than home.
Kenya na wivu wacha tu, but we serve a living God. Hey ZP and Lilia. Yeah, it's true Paris, we serve a living. Hata mimi nilianza channel juu ya hizo mavitu. Watu wanaficha,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I felt like I need to tell people, and nikianza channel nilikuwa naambia people just go share even uko ndani, tell them there's a way you can get to USA, there's a way, let them come.
But people say in Kenya they say that ukiambia mtu utarogwa, ukisema stories zako utarogwa.
Na kuna wenye wajisemangi story na si washarogwa, ama kuna nani hajairogwa na nani anaroga mwingine.
Will the new government affect the process of EB3? People are saying it will not. What about you, Lilian? What do you think?
I don't know, but I don't think so.
Then Wakenya na wivyo tumesoma. Hey ZP and Lilian, what did you choose? Lilian, did you choose to go to Montana or you had no better state? And how is Montana? You had no better state. Where are you, Nis?
Let me see who is that. Okay, what answer?
Eunice Ochala.
I said I even used the name Montana because I love the place. It's a better state for me. I did not choose it, but I came here. So I wouldn't say Montana is not a better state. And it's giving me justice. I love it here. Yeah.
And to answer Eunice, unaona ng'ombe, mtu ufunga ng'ombe yake penye anaona kuna green. Huwezi enda kufunga ng'ombe yako penye hakuna nyasi, just to say it in Kiswahili. So if Lilian finds like it's a good state, then so be it. For you, it may not be the best. Like for me, I said, California for me right now, it's not. Because I can't afford to live there, and hiyo maisha ngumu ya kukimbia hapa na pale, hiyo expenses, I feel like it's a lot for me. So it's not, as of now, for me, it's not the best. So it's not that she didn't find other better states. There are other better states, but that is the best for her.
Yeah, I've stayed here for 2 years, but sasa nani ananicall? Okay. So I stayed here for 2 years, but ZP, I won't come and tell you, ZP, did you find a better state? Didn't you find a better state? You had to go to South Carolina?
Oh my gosh, let me just leave it at that point. ZP, does that Kenyan line have WhatsApp? Yes, it has. Ndio hii hapa. It has. But haiwezi enda through. You can only do WhatsApp. Then because we are winding up,
Ongeze plus 254.
There's
plus 254.
hapo mbele. Huyu si ako nini Europe, anajua lazima uweke 254. There is a comment I had seen somebody asking, so what is the contraction? Zingine zinapotea. Any advice on Washington State? I don't know about that. Are you able to read that comment? Yenye alikuwa anauliza what is the contractual pay of a nurse or something? I don't know. I'm not able to see that comment.
Ilikuwa before gani?
I think it's Linda who had written that. I can't see it now. Zippy and Lillian, what is the nurse patient ratio in MedSurg where you're working? Where I'm working. Hiyo MedSurg nilipelekwa juzi, nilipata patients 7. I had 7 patients and I discharged and I admitted and nilikuwa kiguu na njia huko, nilitembea kama Johnny Walker. Mickey Mwash, can I have your email? Wanaongeleshana, nitaenda.
So wherever I am, we do at night on MedSurg, it's 6 is the maximum. You can never get over 6. And then during the day, 5 is the maximum. You'll never get above 5.
Wewe umesikia California? I know of a hospital that pay 132 per hour. Mimi naenda huko basi. Okay.
It also, Zipporah, it also depends with the years of experience. Easy pays za US pia zina depend with the years of experience. It's not that you can, a new grad unapewa kama $200. I don't think so. I've not been there, but I think the years, huku kwetu inaangaliwa the years of experience. I don't know about other states.
He's asking how is the floating nurse experience. She had already explained that. And then I think we are going to wind up from at that point because we've been here for 1 hour and 30 minutes. We'll get another live and maybe we'll do on her YouTube channel. So if you've not followed Lillian from Montana to Kenya, Lillian from Kenya to Montana, USA, am I reading the other way around? If you've not subscribed to her YouTube channel, the 43 of you, please let's subscribe to her YouTube channel. She normally has very nice and interesting topics that you need to learn. Maybe it will help you during your transition. If you've not subscribed to my channel as well, please hit that subscribe button. You can also hit that like button for the videos that you feel they're important to you. And please do not forget to share. We are trying, like I had promised you guys, I'm trying as much as possible. When I get an off day, I bring people, we talk about different aspects of life in America so that we see if it's something that's doable. So today here we had a special guest. We has a YouTube channel and the YouTube is growing. We are road to 4,000. Mine and yours, right?
Sure.
We're going to 4,000.
I got the question you are looking for. What are the monthly contractual hours for nurses? So they do weekly and you need to hit 40 hours per week. For a 12-hour shift, it's just only 3 days. Sijui when you wanna calculate, but it's only 3 days and you get your 40 hours. So it's not monthly, it's per week, 40 hours, just like home.
Oh yeah, because home we do 120 in a month, isn't it?
I think every week is 40. I don't know.
40 or 160. 160, yeah. 160 hours in a month. Yeah, that's
someone 68 zingine.
Yeah, I think it's almost the same. The only difference, I don't even know what's the difference, but yeah. So guys, before we wind up, please, if you've not liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you've not subscribed to Lillian from Montana to USA, from Kenya, I'm confused. It's time for me to drink water.
Time for you to go. Okay, there's how is the floating nurse experience? At the beginning, you might not like your first month, you might not like, but after that is very fun. Knowing like you get to experience different types of patients, a cancer patient and a HIV, the procedures that are done with the cancer patients. You come to neuro patient and a HIV, ukikuja huku surgical, ukikuja medical, the worst place, Mr. Kangi kwenda medical. I don't like that place.
You know why I'm laughing, Lillian? Because the experience, for me, the way I felt, unaona video ingine ilikuwa ina go round mchawi wakipiga slap kwa kichwa. That's how I felt. Like my head, they were slapping everywhere. Nimetoka kwa unit yenye nimezoea, nimeenda kwa unit ingine kidogo kidogo before I realized I have been, you need to have that grace because you have to be like Lillian, not like Zippy who is slow. You have to be like somebody who is,
You just get used to.
Yeah, for sure. You have to be strong. That's why I think people who do travel nurses, they do floating.
Yeah,
that is her YouTube. If you can see somebody typing,
and you can get some hospital pay pay good. You can get, I think in my hostel they give $5, but you can get other hostels that you can get into up to 10 difference, like differential for floating. So you go, you float, you get the differential, you do a night shift, you get a differential. If it's on a weekend, you get that a differential. And if it's a holiday, you also get a differential. And if it's your extra time, you get 1.5. Okay.
Wait a minute. You paid a differential for floating.
Yeah, there's a differential for
Si
floating.
float
It's not a
tena.
free thing. It's not a free thing.
Na nimesema hapa mbele ya watu si float tena. Me, I'm not paid a
You will
differential.
not be paid because you are still with agency. Your hostel will pay agency, but agency will never give it to you.
Aki bane.
Yeah, but if you are not with agency, you are a free soul, you are hostel staff, they do pay the differential.
So when you float, you're paid good money.
Yeah, if you are employed as a floater, there is money that coming like differential, floating differential.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay, now I know.
The mean hostel will go to $5. Some good hostel, like in California, I think that should be like maybe $10. And then if you add to your 70 or 80, you get to, yeah.
Now I know.
So now, if I'm working in California, I'll get my $100. Someone said 130. 130. Then
132.
let's add 10 for that day. Let's say it's a Saturday night. I get I'm floating $10. I get the
142.
I get the weekend differential. Let's say 4 or 5. Let's say 4.
147.
I get the night differential. Let's say also 4 or 5.
Imefika 150.
And then if it's an extra shift, I'll go for 1.5.
Time and a half.
Remember, it's 1.5 of not differential of the main salary or 130. So I'll come and tell you here, I earn $250, but in the real sense, I've added all these differentials. I've added plus 1.5.
Oh, I get now why she says it's 200. Now I
Yeah.
get the point. Wow. I wanted to tell people, if you've seen somebody typing down there, Lillian from Kenya to Montana, akisema hi, thank you all. That is her channel, whoever is on the screen. So please make sure you subscribe to her channel, because next time we will be in her channel at least discussing different dynamics of life in America. Just to prepare you guys, because some of you have gone through those people when you walisema msimuambie. So we are telling you. Whatever we go through, we are telling you for free. So the only thing you can do to us is just by subscribing, liking, and sharing, so that this video will help somebody else. Mwenye ameambiwa usiambiane. Unaona, this is information we are giving for free. So just share the videos, keep on sharing. If you go to her channel and you find that this video is important, just share it out. And by doing that, we will grow a bigger community. Wenye wako na roho poa, si wenye wako na roho zile za, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. And the only thing is, I am wishing you all the best. There are rumors that dates ziko karibu kutoka. When they come out, if you get your dates, I wish you all the best. If you don't get your dates, please do not get demotivated, because I know how it feels. And trust the process. Hang on there. Inaitwa hang in there ama hang on there. Like it will work, because we know how it feels when you're waiting for darkness. Like Kanini, when she was here, she told us she waited for 2 years post NCLEX. So it's not a good space, both in the mind, financially, because when you're done with your NCLEX, normally people say like, in the next few months, I'll be out of this country. Then kidogo shock gongas you, you're like there for 2 years. So I know it's not easy mentally, physically, emotionally, even financially, but please hang in there. It's gonna happen. If me and Lillian, we are here telling you that it's gonna happen, for sure it will. So don't lose hope. If you can do your vaccines, please do them. If you have an issue with your names, please rectify them. If you need a marriage certificate to verify that you're married, please get it. If you need a divorce certificate to show that you are divorced, because they'll ask for it, please get it. In short, make sure your documents are in order as you wait. God helps those people who help themselves. So you can't just sit, wait, and then when the dates are here, you're like, guys, sina, no, be ready. I don't know what to say. That's enough. Lillian, parting shot as we wind up.
So for those people who are waiting, just keep waiting. Yeah. And remember, each person's journey is very different. You cannot compare anybody's journey. My journey is different. Zipporah's journey is different. Your journey will be different. Just pray, keep waiting, do not lose hope. As long as you are in the process, you will get here someday. One day you'll be here as long as you've started the process. The problem is those people who are thinking of, this process is taking long and they don't want to start. If you've not started, you're not getting here. But as long as you've started, you'll be here. Be patient. I know there are so many things you're going through. The economy is doing bad. Hakuna pesa. It's so hard back at home, Zipporah. But just hold on. Hang in there. You'll be here.
You know, you've mentioned something so interesting, Lillian, and you've said everyone's journey is different. Yours took one end. You said
It
yours
took
took
2
13
years.
months.
2 years. That was 1 year after NCLEX.
Mine took 4 years. The whole journey kutoka ile time nilienroll na MedPro. So you see, this is a testimony that everyone's journey is different.
Yeah.
Mi wambianga na mikono za mtu, like your hands. They are not chopped off to be straight. They are different sizes. It's the same thing. We can't all be equal. Everyone's journey is different. And maybe whatever you're going through is not what I'll be going through. It's not what Lilian will be going through. The only important thing for you is not to give up. Don't lose hope.
Yeah.
And then don't put your mind so much into it. Just do your things. Wacha vitu zako zisonge. Before you realize, you're already here. Like somebody who said they have been with MedPro. They are with MedPro since 2022. Don't give up. I was with MedPro. At some point, I thought, I am a PI in Wongo, but we are here. So don't give up. If you need to sort out your papers, please do so. Because Lilian, like, I don't know, I was telling who the other day, nikamwambia, waiting for dates is one thing. Getting them is another stress. Like every stage in this journey is normally a stress. So be ready for the next stress that is about to come. You will remember these words. So make sure your papers are in order, get your vaccines, get all the things that you need. Talk to your agency, ask them, what do I need at this point and stuff. And it will be well. Because we have kids, it's about 3:10. We need to pick our kids from school. So
Yeah, we need to pick kids.
bye-bye. Thank you so much, Lian, for coming. If you've not subscribed, please go to her channel and do that. And if you've not subscribed to mine, please do so as well. Thank you.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Love you.